the Book of Revelation. Even the name evokes a sense of mystery, of secrets revealed. It is a book that has fascinated and perplexed readers for centuries. It is the final book of the Christian Bible, a swirling tapestry of vivid imagery and symbolic language. The visions contained within its pages are both awe-inspiring and terrifying, painting a picture of the ultimate battle between good and evil. Many have attempted to decipher its meaning, to unlock the secrets it holds about the end times. Scholars, theologians, and laypeople alike have pored over its verses, seeking to understand the prophecies and their implications for humanity. We find ourselves at the precipice of a cosmic drama as we delve into Chapter 8. This chapter marks a turning point in the narrative where the intensity of the visions reaches new heights. The stage is set for events that will shake the very foundations of heaven and earth. The imagery is stark and powerful, conveying a sense of impending doom and divine judgment. John, the author, describes a series of visions granted to him by God. These visions are not merely dreams or fantasies, but divine revelations meant to convey profound truths about the future. He sees a scroll sealed with 7 seals, each seal representing a stage in the unfolding apocalypse. The scroll is a central symbol in the book, holding the key to understanding the sequence of events that will lead to the end of the world. As the first 6 seals are opened, we witness wars, famine, plagues, and celestial disturbances. These calamities are described in vivid detail, each one more devastating than the last. The world groans under the weight of these judgments, and then a pause. This moment of silence is pregnant with meaning, a brief respite before the final, most terrible judgment is unleashed. The 7th seal is about to be opened. This seal holds the culmination of all the previous judgments, the climax of the apocalyptic narrative. A hush falls over the heavens. The anticipation is palpable as all of creation holds its breath, waiting to see what will happen next. What catastrophic events will this final seal unleash upon the world? The imagery suggests a cataclysmic upheaval, a final reckoning that will change the course of history. What terrifying judgments lie in wait? The visions are filled with symbols and metaphors, each one pointing to a deeper spiritual truth. The silence is deafening, pregnant with anticipation. It is a moment of profound tension, as the fate of the world hangs in the balance. The Book of Revelation challenges us to confront our deepest fears and to seek understanding in the face of the unknown. The 7th seal is broken. The ancient scroll, long hidden and protected, now reveals its secrets. But instead of an immediate cataclysm, there is a profound silence in heaven, lasting about half an hour. This silence is unlike any other, a deep, resonant stillness that permeates the very fabric of the celestial realm. This silence is not merely the absence of sound, it is a tangible presence, a force that holds the universe in a delicate balance. It is a pregnant pause, a moment of anticipation before the unleashing of something immense. The ticking of the clock is almost deafening in its quietness, each second stretching into eternity. Imagine, if you will, the moments before a raging storm. The air is still, the world holds its breath, waiting for the first crack of thunder. The birds cease their singing. An unnatural quiet descends. Even the wind seems to pause, as if in reverence of the impending tempest. In this silence we feel the weight of expectation. The tension is palpable, a heavy blanket that smothers all sound and movement. The inhabitants of heaven, both angels and redeemed souls, stand in awe. Their faces reflect a mixture of fear, reverence, and anticipation. They know that what is about to transpire is of colossal significance. The fate of the world hangs in the balance, and they can do nothing but wait. This is no ordinary storm brewing. It is a cosmic event, a divine reckoning that will reshape the very foundations of existence. This is the wrath of God, ready to be poured out on a world steeped in sin. The lightning crackles with divine fury, and the waves crash with unrelenting force. But this silence also speaks of solemnity. It is a time for reflection, for understanding the gravity of what is to come. It is a time for reflection, for contemplation of the gravity of the situation. Each soul, each angel takes this moment to ponder their place in the grand design. God's judgment, though often perceived as harsh, is always measured. It is a balance of justice and mercy, a deliberate act that serves a higher purpose. It is never unleashed without purpose. Every action, every decision, is part of a divine plan that transcends human understanding. This silence, then, serves as a final warning, a last opportunity for repentance before the consequences of sin are fully realized. It is a moment of grace, a chance to turn away from the path of destruction and seek redemption. In this silence, there is hope. Hope that even in the face of impending doom, there is a chance for salvation, a chance to change, to seek forgiveness, and to find peace. And so, as the silence stretches on, it becomes a beacon of possibility, a reminder that even in the darkest times there is light. There is always light. Emerging from the silence, we see 7 angels standing before God. These celestial beings, majestic and awe-inspiring, stand in a line, their presence filling the heavenly realm with a sense of solemnity and anticipation. Each angel holds a trumpet, its gleaming surface reflecting the light of God's glory. These trumpets, crafted with divine precision, shimmer with an ethereal glow, symbolizing their holy purpose. These trumpets are not instruments of music, but instruments of judgment. They are harbingers of divine wrath, each note destined to bring forth a new chapter of apocalyptic events. With each blast, a new wave of devastation will be unleashed upon the earth. The sound of these trumpets will herald calamities that will shake the very foundations of the world, bringing forth plagues, wars, and natural disasters. But before the trumpets sound, another angel steps forward. This angel, distinct from the 7, carries a golden censer, a sacred vessel used in heavenly rituals. This angel holds a golden censer, and he has given much incense to offer with the prayers of all God's people on the golden altar before the throne. The incense, mingling with the prayers, creates a fragrant cloud that ascends to the heavens. This act of offering incense represents the prayers of God's people rising up to heaven. It is a powerful symbol of divine communication, where the pleas and supplications of the faithful are presented before the Almighty. Even in the midst of judgment, God remembers his faithful followers. His mercy and compassion are ever present, and he is attentive to the cries of those who remain steadfast in their faith. He hears their cries for mercy and intervenes on their behalf. This divine intervention is a testament to God's unwavering love and commitment to his people. Even as the world faces impending doom, the angel then takes the censer and fills it with fire from the altar. This fire, a manifestation of God's holiness and judgment, is a potent force that will soon be unleashed upon the earth. He throws it to the earth. The act of casting the censer signifies a pivotal moment, a transition from divine patience to righteous retribution. This action signifies the coming judgment. It is a clear and unmistakable signal that the time for repentance has passed, and the era of divine reckoning is at hand. The fire from God's altar, a symbol of his holiness and power, is about to be poured out on the earth. This fire will purify and cleanse, but it will also bring destruction to those who have turned away from God's commandments. The time for warnings is over. The repeated calls for repentance and the numerous signs given to humanity have reached their culmination. The time for judgment has arrived. The earth will now face the full measure of divine justice, as foretold by the prophets and revealed in the sacred scriptures. The events that follow will be a testament to God's ultimate authority and the fulfillment of his divine plan. The first angel raises his trumpet and a thunderous blast echoes through the heavens, and with that blast, the earth begins to convulse. Hail and fire mingled with blood are hurled down upon the earth. This is no ordinary storm, it is a supernatural deluge of destruction. The hail and fire speak of God's power and fury, while the blood symbolizes death and destruction. This is a direct judgment on the earth and its inhabitants. A third of the earth's vegetation is consumed by fire. Trees that once stood tall and proud are reduced to smoldering ash. Fields of grain, ripe for harvest, are turned into blackened wastelands. This first trumpet judgment serves as a stark reminder of God's power over creation. Nature itself bends to his will. The very elements that sustain life are used to bring judgment. This is a wake-up call to humanity, a demonstration of the consequences of rejecting God's sovereignty. The second angel sounds his trumpet. This time the judgment is directed towards the sea. A massive object, described as a great mountain burning with fire, is hurled into the depths. This cataclysmic event throws the oceans into turmoil. Imagine, if you will, a fiery meteor of unimaginable size crashing into the sea. The impact sends shockwaves across the globe. Tsunamis of unimaginable size rise from the depths, crashing against coastlines with devastating force. Coastal cities, once teeming with life, are swallowed by the waves. The burning mountain cast into the sea represents chaos and destruction on a colossal scale. It disrupts the natural order, turning the life-giving waters into instruments of judgment. A third of the sea turns to blood, and a third of the creatures living in the sea die. This ecological disaster speaks to the far-reaching consequences of sin. It affects not just humanity, but all of creation. The third trumpet sounds and a blazing star falls from the sky. This is no ordinary celestial body. This star, named Wormwood, carries with it a bitter poison. It plummets toward the earth, its trajectory aimed at the rivers and freshwater sources. Wormwood, in ancient times, was a plant known for its bitter taste and toxic properties. Its name itself evokes a sense of bitterness and sorrow. As the star Wormwood falls, it poisons a third of the Earth's freshwater sources. Rivers that once flowed with life-giving water turn bitter and undrinkable. This judgment represents the poisoning of life's essential resources. Water, so crucial for survival, is turned into a source of sickness and death. Many people die from drinking the bitter waters. The very thing that sustains life becomes an instrument of judgment. This highlights the interconnectedness of all things. When one part of creation suffers, all of creation suffers with it.